and essentially, I mean, one of them is basically dead. Here's one of the hostages. She was an 84-year-old woman in such poor shape, she had to be medevaced immediately. She's currently in the ICU. She looks like she's in great condition. Hamas, they're very nice people. So, how did the media play the obvious moral imbalance? Again, this is part of the broader attempt to morally equivocate between the West and its enemies. How did they do this? Well, they attempted to claim that Israel was also holding innocent people rather than terrorists. Now, as we've shown, that's not true. But here was a Sky News reporter making just that claim.
And you would agree that today was, given the circumstances, a success. We saw the ceasefire kick in at 7 o'clock, and then we saw the hostages released later in the afternoon. And of course, you have now released 39 Palestinian women and children. So,
can I argue, please? Can I argue? Sorry, I can't let that stand, because it's like they release children and we release children. I'm sorry, don't accept that. Here we have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 9-year-old. How can you compare that with a minor who is 16 or 17 years old, who is involved in a stabbing attack or throwing a petrol bomb or the other acts of violence? You can say women and minors, but to compare that to the Israeli 2-year-old, I think is a bridge too far.
It's not just a bridge too far, it's sick. But unfortunately, this is what the media do. A New York Times headline, for example, obscured that a woman in this particular picture is actually a terrorist. Okay, so the headline is, a disfigured woman whose case has become well known is among the Palestinians released. Wow, disfigured? Wow, that's so terrible. Disfigured woman being held by the Israelis. So terrible. Well, there's only one problem. The reason that she is disfigured is because she attempted to blow up a car bomb and the battery acid hit her. That is the reason she disfigured herself. She disfigured herself. She was arrested after her car exploded at a checkpoint. Did it just randomly explode? Did it randomly explode? Or was it a car bomb? Here's a CNN journalist similarly claiming moral parity between small children released by Hamas thanks to Israel's military pressure and Palestinians released by Israel in order to free those children.
Israeli authorities blocked off roads, corralled the media into one location, brought the Palestinians in through the back door when they received them, and then only allowed family members to come in very limited single file in individual cars. And there's a reason for that, because unlike the images of celebration,